Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Learning Success Talk. And in this Success Talk episode, we have a special guest today. So I'd like to introduce Rahul Verma, who is a co-founder and CEO of Unschool. And so I think he's a well-known entrepreneur in the edtech segment. I'm sure like most of you would know him. And so he's a TEDx speaker as well, and I happened to see his TEDx talk recently. So it's really amazing, and I think if you have not watched this TEDx episode, you should check it out in YouTube. It's available in YouTube. So he has made a very inspirational talk about how you can be your own hero and make a big impact in life. Good job on that, Rahul. I really liked it. Awesome.
Thank you so much for the kind words. I believe it's still some time before people get to know me as an entrepreneur. Probably some more time. But thank you so much for the kind words and that introduction. I'm very, very happy to be here.
Sure. Most welcome, Rahul. Most welcome.
So Unschool is essentially a marketplace that provides an opportunity for industry experts to host their own course in their field of expertise and interact or mentor a generation of young learners. So that's the idea comes with me, myself being an engineer who did not want to study engineering. And funnily, I only got to know about this in my second year, right? So I think this is the story of not only me, but millions of engineers or even students in the country as a whole. And first of all, I wanted to change that. So this entrepreneurial bug, or especially wanting to solve a problem in the education sector, particularly, caught on like around 7 years back or so. It's been 4 years only that I graduated from college myself. So I'm very, very well versed with the kind of problems that I faced and the kind of problems that students are facing right now. So that kind of helped us with the idea of saying that, you know what, a marketplace providing industry experts is one, right? Because we're seeing professional teachers and academicians having 20-30 years of professional experience, and all kudos and salutes to them for being great teachers and making us what we are today. So that's one side of the marketplace. And on the other side, we provide an online learning community, because it's very easy to provide courses. It's easy to put up 10 hours of course content and ask the users to take it up. And that's what leads for you to have 3% completion rates or 4% completion rates, which is the case with Udemy and Coursera and the bigger brands out there in the edtech market, which have been there since the last 10 years. But 3% completion rates, that means 3 out of 100 people are completing the course. Then what is the point of you moving education online? You're trying to solve a problem, but that's not really solving a problem, right? So that's where we started asking ourselves questions. One is, in college, you don't only go to college to get that degree and get a job. You also go there for interpersonal skills. You go there for the kind of projects and the industry exposure or that laboratory exposure that you're going to get. That was one. Let's get that in, is what we thought. Second thing is that we got in the idea of outcome-based learning. So when you pay college tuition fee, you expect that tuition fee to be paid back to you over time through a job, and having that salary growing over time, and you choosing the career which you really like. Both of these were severely not taken care of by the online experts or the online edtech industry. That's what we wanted to solve. So the ecosystem provides you a self-paced course that you can learn at your own pace through a platform like Learnyst. And then, in addition to the industry experts, we got in someone called a junior coach. And this was inspired by the idea of teaching assistants in the Western countries, right? So these teaching assistants take care of, sometimes marking the question sheets, answer sheets, setting up the curriculum, or helping the teacher with setting up their schedule, etc. So we took that and we realized that, these industry experts do not have a lot of time to provide the enhanced learning experience that students deserve. So what we said is that in addition to that, let's provide them with a young achiever from college and let's support them. This young achiever in college has all the time in the day to be able to mentor students, right? Apart from college time. That's what we took. And we said that, after completing 20 to 25% of the course on the Learnyst platform itself, we'll open up a minor project for them. Only after you complete the minor project, which is basically validation that you've learned something in the 20% of the course. And then you go to 70% when you complete a major project. And these are all industry relevant projects because it's defined by the industry experts themselves. And at the end of it all, through the newsfeed that Learnist provides, we started hosting internship opportunities of Unschool in the beginning, and probably a couple of friends that I had who wanted interns. And we saw that that was extremely successful because what was happening is that a company is for 3 openings, they're not getting 1,000 applications, but they're getting 10 applications. And those 10 applications have completed a project, have completed a course, and immediately come to intern with you. And the company started loving it. My friends started loving that. So we said, why not expand that? So today we work with around 250 partner companies who provide internship opportunities. So that's the way we solve the two problems of outcome-based learning and the kind of mentorship and practical exposure that you should be receiving. So I think that's pretty much what Unschool is. It's beyond just a self-paced course. It's beyond just a MOOC platform that provides thousands of courses. It's a platform that is interacting with you and helping you pursue your passion at the end of the day, and also end up in a outcome where probably you pay, let's say, 3,000 rupees per course. Our idea is to make sure the student ends up in an internship which is paid 3,000 rupees or more as a stipend. So that way, what happened is that the word of mouth really caught on. One student started telling the other, saying, I got placed. And the college was giving them credits for getting placed in internship opportunities because they got the certificate saying I interned as an artificial intelligence engineer. So that's what really took off for us. So that's a brief about Unschool. So I think it's just human nature for us to be averse towards completing something. For example, I will compare it to another segment of business, which is like a gym membership, right? I'm very, very excited in the first week to be able to take that gym membership, and I pay for a 6-month membership, and I only go for 6 days, and after that it's gone down the drain. So this is the kind of behavior that we realized is not because of how great your platform is. It's because of not providing enough people around you to be able to tell you that there's enough motivation for you to complete the course, and that requires intervention. And that's why we have internal exams in college. That's why we have model exams and then semester exams in college, because at every point of time it keeps you engaged and keeps your learning experience going on. So we took that as an example, and we said that that's what has to be brought in. You can't just put a bunch of videos and dump it in front of the student and expect them to learn on their own, especially in India with the stigma that the degree is enough for me. Why do you need to learn a skill? Especially when Indian mentality is like that, your parents or your teachers or even your college are not asking you to complete that course online. So it's not Udemy's mistake that it's 3% completion rate, because that's how their business model is run, right? If you want to learn a new skill, I'll give you 45,000 courses to learn from, and come learn from me. I don't want to be responsible if you're completing it or not. That's your headache. But what we said is that, probably we should change that. One is the kind of peer-to-peer learning that you can have from each other. So what we did is in the projects that we had, we opened up like 10 to 15 projects, and sometimes we kind of work with our partner companies, internship partner companies, and said, do you have a real project that you really need help in? Give us those projects and we'll provide you with probably 5 test cases of our users having done it, and we'll give it to you. And for the intern partner companies, they're like, let's try it out. What is there? If we get a good solution out of it, might as well hire that person as an intern and give him a pre-placement offer, right? So that was one, the kind of exposure that we gave them. And second is with the whole teaching assistant scenario, we opened up Instagram communities for each course. We have 35 live courses on Learnist. Each course, most of the courses have their own Instagram community. On the Instagram community, the teacher is going live and talking to them. Hey, bro, you're learning blockchain. Let me talk to you about Bitcoin today and Ethereum next week. Let me post an internship opportunity over there. Let's post a poll over there as to what you would like to learn next week, right? But as of now, without having any of that, I think it was about human intervention that is being provided, saying, hey, 20%. At the end of 1 week, you should be able to complete 20%. Why are you still at 5%? And that one question will really put that mind into context for the student and be like, oh yeah, let me learn. I paid for it any which ways. Right. So I think interventions and the kind of peer-to-peer ecosystem that we can build is really, really important for that. We had to choose courses that will have a lot of traction in the basis of whatever college is also complementing them for, right? So what you learn in college, is it being complemented? So that was our first thing, because right now, if you see most of the colleges in the country, they've moved into two aspects. One is they have added the idea of completing an internship with the kind of credits that you get to finish the semester. Second thing they've done is that they've introduced a lot more projects than we had during our time, right? So they want one industrial project to be done in second year, one to be done in third year. So we kind of caught on to that trend and said that, let's be the one-stop solution for them to be able to provide projects and complete a course in this particular field. Because internships is fairly new for us, but we still said, let's only complement whatever college is telling you. And we know that, there are 10 things that college student always needs, and machine learning in college is only taught theoretically more than practically. So we wanted to complement that. So that is one. And second thing is that if you see the trend right now, what that has led us to, like you rightly said, right, the first 5 courses were really important. Today, we also sell a bundle of courses, right? I mean, don't take just one, take 2 at a discounted price. And when they take 2, it's a very interesting insight that they take artificial intelligence, which is complementing an engineering student in college, and they take interior designing to be the second course, which means that this person is extremely passionate about designing, but haven't got the opportunity to do it otherwise. So in the whole process, what we've realized is that Unschool has to be that one platform where you don't just complement or supplement college and come for the certificate alone. Come for the idea of pursuing your passion and learn a skill and get an internship there and get to know if that is a career you have to take or not. Because 90% of the engineers today, frankly, I'm only speaking about engineering, sorry for that, but this applies to any stream out there. 90% of the engineers are not going into engineering streams as jobs, as their first jobs, right? They're going into marketing, management, whatnot, right? So that's what we realized. I think that would be a short answer that I would like to give you. First we started with college, so that we had easy customers that way without doing a lot of marketing around it. But today we are seeing people choosing something that they're passionate about. And I think there is where we are getting very close to the vision of Unschool. We don't want people to take a course or study something for the idea of a paper that they'll get in the hand in the form of a degree, but learn because you're going to get a skill out of it and make a career out of it. I mean, we want to remain a very, very focused startup, right? So we don't want to get our hands dirty with a lot of other things when something is working out really well for us. Mm-hmm. So in our vision to become the kind of Netflix for education, we plan to open up 150, 200 courses in the coming future. So we want to keep onboarding more and more courses. Secondly, the marketing practices is growing as well. We got featured as top 3 on LinkedIn and everything. So with that came in a lot of other elements where we realized that, we're growing at a pace that is probably too fast, because we frankly do not expect ourselves to be in this particular place so far. So we're growing more than what we expected ourselves to be in. So setting up the right practices for level 1, level 2 courses would be the next step for us, in addition to adding more topics, level 1 and level 2. And secondly, we're also talking to a few colleges to open up corporate programs with us, mm-hmm. where the price would be probably more than 10,000 rupees then, which is right now at around 3,000, 4,000 rupees. So we're trying to open up these programs where students can get a diploma as well, kind of the likes of upgrade or stuff like that. So that's where, we're focusing heavily on the idea of content production, spending a lot of time there, and just scaling up our whole junior coach model or the teaching assistant model to be able to scale, because we've been doing a great job at one junior coach, reaching out to around even 1,000 customers today. We're seeing how can that one become a 10,000, 1:10,000 ratio, so that we continue to remain a scalable model instead of hiring more and more teaching assistants, hiring more and more industry experts. That's where it is. Yeah. Sure. So for Learnist, for us was, I think when we were looking at for it last year, it was just a 3 months or a 6 month stint that we wanted platform to work with, right? We wanted to kind of validate our business model, have our MVP in and everything. So very frankly, Learnist was just one platform we found at the right time. And I think kudos to the kind of marketing practices you have in terms of SEO and blogging and everything, that we could kind of, we only looked at 3 to 4 and we found out that Learnist was the best in terms of what they were providing as features, right? And that's what I was talking about, retention, right? For us, Learnist is a classic example of how we came on it to probably be a platform partner for like 3 months or maximum 6 months. But I think we've been working together for almost like 16 to 18 months now. So retaining the client based on what you're giving us, and you just pushed a new edit in terms of your UI and UX changing as well. You're bringing in the refer and on thing as well. So I think that's what was really, something that worked out really for us, and something that was, I think, kudos to the way Learnist went on changing and adding features on top of the platform. Because whenever we thought, oh, now we need an in-house platform to work with, we saw that solution coming about from Learnist side in the next month. So that really worked out. What was a 3 months journey for us now is 18 months, and hopefully it will continue for much longer. So I think that's been kind of how we experienced it. We literally looked it up on Google, saying LMS or the best platform to teach, and then one of them was Learnist, that we really was attracted to, looking at your website and everything and looking at your previous clients. And I think that's where it all started off. Thank you so much, Ranjan. First of all, really appreciate what you guys have built as a platform. And I hope that our partnership goes way forward from here. But thank you so much for the webinar. I thoroughly enjoyed the questions as well. It's rarely that I find in a lot of webinars that I give that people are asking you very relevant questions and very interesting questions at the same time. So I had a great time. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. And wish you a very best for Unschool. We hope to see more success with you on Learnist as well. We hope to see a very long engagement with you. Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, everyone. Thanks once again. So see you in the next upcoming webinar. Thanks for this great opportunity, giving us this great opportunity and making this a wonderful session. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.